Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate how we manage alerts. Those are out of range conditions as a result of a patient entering or having their data recorded by a connected Bluetooth device into the system. Out of range conditions appear on the CCM dashboard underneath the Assigned to You section. In this case, you could see Dr. Laura Smith in the Mount Sinai Clinic has 15 items that are assigned to her, and you could see from various patients. These are to-do list items and various actions performed on each one of those patients. These are reminders. Some of the reminders are special reminders. These are alerts or warnings on out-of-range conditions that are coming as a result of remote monitoring of those patients. Bill Aaron has a warning from RPM for Dr. Laura Smith that's shown up on her dashboard, and it shows a systolic pressure of 163. The limit was 160 as prescribed. There's also another alert in here for diastolic pressure over the limit of 90. It's at 94, and weight at 88, and the limit was 87. Let's click on that one to see and further investigate. As we click on it, we can see that if we scroll down for this patient, we could see the description of the alert, and you start to see the trend graphs. I'll open up the blood pressure since that's the one in question, and you can see we can look back a week. We can also look at the monthly trends, and we can see there are some peaks showing up here for blood pressure coming in the warning range. I'll scroll down here. I can also take a look at this patient's oxygen saturation trends over the month and look at the weight as well to see how that's trending. And the patient doesn't appear to be taking their weights, but we might want to ask them to stay on track for their weights. Let's look at their glucose as well while we're here, and their temperature. So now we've reviewed all of their vitals. There are some peaks in here in the past, but the key one that we're coming back to here is the blood pressure. You can see there are some out of range conditions that have started to occur. So we might contact the patient at this point in time, speak to them about this situation, or we might contact the patient's caregiver or family member. But what we also could do is, after hiding all these graphs, is we could enter in some time, resolution high BP trend, and we might put a reminder and assign it to ourselves. Put a reminder in there to call patient or caregiver to discuss medication change. And that is something I will put into my follow-up list. So what I've demonstrated here is a quick way to review the out-of-range conditions that have occurred and my assessment of it. And it took me 3 minutes. And I've put another reminder in the system to call the patient or the caregiver to discuss a medication change. I come back to my dashboard. That item is still there. I can come back to it later, or I can move on to other warnings that are coming from RPM, take care of those, like for this patient, John Galt.